Yes. This right wing, which is probably, where is the right wing? This view are the right wing, right? I hope so. You will have a case. It's about a project that was completed like a few years ago, and there was some needs, and the project description is in the text. Yes, complete project description. Your task is to convert this project description into a work breakdown instruction. So rather than reading all that stuff inside here, show me a work breakdown instruction that reflects the magnitude and the scope of work. So you guys, this is your task. And again, you will be working in groups. The assignment is on its learning, but here Gerda was very, very kind to make copies for you. Ryan, just try to convert from all these texts into a work breakdown instruction. And by the way, just like 3 levels will do. Don't make it a lot of levels. Just like main and the main deliverables and the work packages. Now you, on the other hand, this is even more complicated. Requires higher level of IQ to perform. And this is much smaller than the other one. But here you have a task as it is described here, and in addition, you were asked to adhere to these success criteria. 0 harm to environment, 0 major accident, still friends after delivering the project, no cost overrun. And you again find out this just doesn't have camera. Gladly take a copy if you need it. Working group has to write their answer on a flip over. Just one. Use one. Don't use 7. Write your answers. Right. Good answer. Draw the WBS. And you guys who are in this section, you will hang up your answers here. And put the names of your group. So you hang up your answers here, and you will hang up your answers on the other side. And then we will come back, right? And then we will do a small walk and talk assignment. And then I will review some of these answers and give you feedback. What's wrong with them? How can we improve them? And I will show you the model solution. The very first project, as you can see, this one, everything is identified in the text. The only thing you need to do is to group them, aggregate them into suitable work packages. And in this project, it was written that before they did anything, they conducted a pre-project, phase 1. And in that phase 1, what they did? They identified possible solutions to the problem, they identify suppliers, they identify framework for security analysis, what it means that the impact of changing from a manual system into a technical system, how this would impact the operations, and they developed estimates and they selected a solution. So the phase 1 is to select what kind of IT solution the aviation authorities in Norway is going to use so that they will be able to produce timely and correct runway reports. That was it. And the final outcome is to make this select a solution. And then these people said, okay, I could have take this solution and bang, put it in all the airports, but then we might discover some problems. So in order to avoid this problem, they decided to start a pilot. They selected Tromsø Airport as a test base, and they said, okay, how can we test this pilot? Yeah, number one, you implement that IT system. You put it into operation, and then you verify the solution. Did it work? Which means you make an evaluation. And of course, adjustment to the chosen solution. And then, based on that, you develop courses, maybe like training, maybe education. Maybe some people need to learn, especially that in most of the airports, there are many older people who have been there for many, many years. So going from an manual system into an electronic system can be a challenge. So let's make courses for that. And then, of course, this is a security system. We always have to have a handing over protocol. And maybe other tasks that could have come here. And then they said, after we complete this pilot stage, what we have? We have a training guide, we have a verification model, we have a model that is really fit for the purpose. Then the main stage is to roll out. Just airport 1, airport 2, airport 3, just put them into operation in the 19 airports that we have in Norway. And in order to do that under control, you will see you will have to do project management. You will have to coordinate with other projects. You will have to develop a contract strategy. How can we introduce this complex system? In this particular project, they decided to split the project into three entrepreneurs. One for the hardware, and one for the software, and one for the communication protocols. And then you have to do contract administration. So if you agree with me now, if you read this, if you see this chart, you will have a better understanding of what is the project really is about. Now let's look about some of your answer here that you have indicated. Let's say this guy here, the new snow time reporting system, R&D, research and development. In the assignment, there was nothing mentioned about research and development, right? What is that? What do we call this? Scope creep. Exactly, that's a scope creep. There's nothing in the assignment about research and development. There is only about identify. And then, state of the art. Probably he means possible solutions. Hopefully, that's the meaning of that. Current situation, benchmarking. You see, this is just a copy of another slide, which doesn't make sense. So when you write something, it must make sense to the reader. So this is no good. And the pilot phase. Actually, this research and development maybe was not in the pilot phase. It was actually identify user need, safety and risk. This is the pre-project. The pilot is just testing, finding out what are the risks associated with implementing this part. So here you see you are combining many things in one place, which make the readability hard. Split. When you are able to split to sub-deliverables, do that. It enhances and increases the readability. So it's confusing. Implementation, installation, testing, integration. I'm not sure what integration is meant by here. And contract negotiation, selection. Yeah, this is a part, but all that was a part of the initiation phase. And then here, the full implementation, installation, and testing. There is no testing in the full scale. All the testing was done in the pilot phase. You see, here is a duplication of work, and we don't want that. Duplication of work means we do the same thing twice, unnecessary. So here, it's a good effort, but was like not that good. So from a scale from 1 to 10, how much they get? From 1 to 10, I give them 2. Look at this. Here, this group, they figured out there is a pilot stage and there is a main stage. Well, probably this is like just put out into operation. And in the pilot stage, I'm not sure what the local system means, and I'm not sure what the center system means. What is local system and what is center system? Anyway, who wrote that? What is local system and what is center system?
I think they had something in the text that there was the vehicle with the local,
yeah, but
one
what
was a local system and
right.
one was a routable system.
What he looked here, he looked at the actual physical deliverables for the project. He looked at the problem from the entrepreneur perspective, the guys who will deliver this kind of work. But here, this assignment, actually, if you read the text very carefully, it wasn't about these small electrical components and hardware components. It was about how they designed the entire project so that you can run it in an effective way. So here, you have actually combined the project owner perspective and the project entrepreneur or the execution perspective. This can be quite confusing, and that's why things are like hardware suppliers, user needs, selected suppliers on both sides. So this is not, has very little to do with the text that was provided. Again, not very high. And this one, here, they have something system development, but again, as you can see, they are looking from the situation from an entrepreneur point perspective. But they perhaps look into this risk analysis. The contract was not in the pilot stage, the contract was in the initiation phase. Yes, pilot evaluation is correct. And the main stage design training program actually was in the pilot. Execute the training program is, it can be included here. The procurement, I'm not sure. They have already procured the system already some phase. So here again, you don't feel that you really have good understanding of this. You have to split. You have to show where are the different tasks are located so that you can assign responsibility. You can reduce the misunderstandings. Let's go to this other one. Where there's one, yes, this one. This is the cottage. The cottage was a little bit different. The cottage was different in the sense that you were given some defined goals, defined success criteria, and you were asked to develop your work breakdown structure based on these criteria. So here just I try to do a solution which is not the best solution, or we have no model solution, but like a solution that captures the problem. You see, you have the project management. In this project management, we need always some applications, processes. Somebody have to apply here and there and there and there, right? And we have to also conduct some health environment implications, finding out, because in the text it says that these people are very environmentally aware. So they don't want to harm the environment. So they want to test, they want to find out what is the impact of their work on the surroundings. And then it was important for them to use environmentally friendly suppliers that has a good history with not damaging the environment. So that's why the red square. These red squares are measures in order to achieve the success criteria. So you see, These success criteria, again, we take them into the project through the work breakdown structure. Concrete measures, concrete things we have to do. And then you have risk management plan, and then you have coordination and monitoring. And perhaps at the end of the day, this reservation system is a very simple system that you can procure from the internet. It doesn't really need big planning and design, and just buy it as it is. And then the design, you have internal, external, and then the actual execution. You have the internal work, and then you have the external, and then you have some supplier work. And then at the termination phase, you will have to do the routines for maintenance should be established so that everybody agree on that. And this, you close all your contracts, and of course, you make a housewarming party to make sure that, okay, well, let's bury down all our differences, we are friends again, and let's start a new chapter, for instance. So again, you see the work is you do tasks so that you deliver the objectives. Now here, it's a good effort, but let's look what they write here. They have a work package, it's called Bell Cottage. Okay, so we understand that all these tasks now they put here will, when you aggregate them, will result in building. You see, build will result in building the cottage. But what they have here? They have design and architect. Now actually, you can't build if you don't have the design, right? So actually, this design and architect should come as its own work package, which result in one clear deliverable, which is say the drawings. And then you might start building. So it doesn't. Research, supply, regulation. This is not about building. This is about making the ground ready for building. Research, buy equipment. They are right, you see, they are right, but they don't belong here. They belong to somewhere else. This is right. Construction of the cottage, yeah. Develop operational guide definitely doesn't have anything to do with building the cottage. So here, don't put everything under one roof. That's the whole point of this WBS. It allows you to make several roofs and put things under the right roof. Clarity. Clarity is a keyword. So here, another thing that's also like not very, was not very correct. Like, look what they are. Economics. I guess here they want to make a system to control everything. But one of their things that they want to produce is annual accounting report. And when we do this annual accounting report, when this should be produced? At the end of each year, right? In the operation phase. So in the operation phase, when you are in the operation phase, at the end of each year, you are going to produce annual report. All of a sudden here what happens, this work breakdown structure is not work breakdown structure about the project only, but it suddenly become a work breakdown structure about the entire operation, the entire life cycle. And this is wrong. There is no project manager with some sense in their head would do something like that, because it's a big responsibility. A project manager wants a mandate, and the mandate is written in this work breakdown structure, and it should be clear. So here, as you can see, there was a mix of many things. And I would like now to find something which is good. Here, this group actually was into something, I think, because here they said risk management, and I guess they meant project management. Yeah, same word. And here they write, they want to define the cost. Yes, they want to develop the operational guide so that everything is fine. You want to build up the safety regulations, and then land price to find the suitable land. Okay, so this kind of project management issue. And then again, they mix the design and building. I would have split it down to make the clarity. So I'll always split. And then here they are buying this net-based. And here are regulations and excavations. What regulations has to do with excavations? What's the link? Who did this? What's the link? Why? Why excavations are related to regulations? What's the link there?
Since land is not pure economically wealth, you cannot excavate wherever you want, and you need some flow between.
Yeah, I think this could have been done until this night. So yeah, fine, but again, there is no. Can I ask you now? Is there any group who feel that their answer is similar, not exactly, but similar, capture the essence of this model solution? I couldn't find in the sample like really not exactly, not 100%. Where is yours?
No, I'm just curious to know, like how project management or how you have coordination, and in the next slide, here you had how you could have coordination, monitoring because is this supposed to be a work package or is this supposed
when I put coordination and monitoring, maybe this group, they said, okay, in order to make sure that we will be friends all the time, then we will have to have like monthly meetings. And in these monthly meetings, we will meet and we will discuss and we will come up with recommendations and action plans. So that's a task, that's a work you will have to do. Then it's included. So before we go, any group that feels that they have at least like some very, very close answer to what I presented here? Yes, where is it? But here they have actually managed to take into consideration all these elements. They have this, if you want, the planning part, the risk management part, and then the design, and then the buying and building should have been integrated. Then the actual deliverables, and here they have the actual maintenance part. So they have covered at least the most important elements in this design. And I must say, you shouldn't get disappointed because you have failed to do that. This is a very difficult thing to do, building a work breakdown structure. That really needs time. And you only had half an hour. So that's what just to give you an input how this can be done.
Just a quick question. You said earlier that it's okay, or the WBS can be very different from groups to groups.
Yeah.
But
the most important is that at the last level, the number of work packages or the type of work packages that you have, they should bring you to the goal. How you distribute them, sometimes you don't take into account everything, but at the last level, these work packages and how you organize them and how you put them together is important. But there's no model answer. There's no model answer. And this group perhaps is the closest to the right answer. So guys, come back. Usually, come in the middle here. These guys did their best, and we are going to honor them. We live in Trondheim, and you know we have a very major team. It's called the Rosenborg, right? And if you have been to the stadium, and when Rosenborg, you know, beats other teams easily and score many goals, what the publicum public says or do? The spectators, what they do? The wave? They give them the wave, right? So all of you stand up. And on my count, 1, 2, 3, go!